today we're going to be looking at the toxic caves in the Alex's Caves mod. This will be a complete guide on majority of the stuff, and yeah, let's get into it. Toxic caves is a huge underground biome that's filled with toxic and irradiated items and ores. It also has many structures that are dated from the nuclear era and when people made experiments and stuff like that. There are lots of unique creatures, blocks, and structures to this biome, so it's really worthwhile to explore. The caves are mainly made out of red rocks, which can be crafted into these blocks right here on the screen. In the cave, you can also find uranium ores, which is one of the most important ore in the entire toxic cave, which if you held down for too long, will give you the irradiated effect. This means you will not be able to heal, and if the level is higher, you will actually take damage over time. However, you can cure this by just dropping all the uranium or irradiation emitting items on the ground. The caves are also filled with acid, so when you are walking into them, they will actually not damage you first, they will actually damage your armor first. So once you walk in here, you can see I'm not actually taking any damage, but if you look at my armor, it's decreasing rapidly. So you will probably not want to fall into this unless you have unbreaking or mending, or else your armor will be breaking really quickly. One more thing to know, if you drop anything into the acid, it's gone. It's just gone, you cannot get it back. It's just gone. You see, I don't have anything else. When acid flows over a scrap metal block, they will actually turn it into the scrap metal block, which looks like these. Another important resource is the sulfur, which will grow in sulfur cluster, like this, which will grow on sulfur blocks. And these are actually farmable, as if you have the acidic red rock dripping onto the sulfur block, they will actually slowly grow out the sulfur cluster. And once at the larger state, just like the amethyst, you can break it, and you will be able to get a sulfur dust, which is a really important resource that I'll talk about in a sec. With the uranium, you can actually craft it into a uranium rod with 6 uranium, a blaze rod, and 2 iron ingot. And once you craft it into a uranium rod, it's actually used as a crafting recipe and a light source. So if you go in here with me, after I grab that, of course, it's pretty. If I get rid of my night vision goggles, and if I put this down, you can see it is actually emitting light. Now I have a shader on, so obviously you will not be able to see really well, but as you can see, it does emit light. The sulfur is an important recipe in the toxic caves. It can be crafted into multiple items, including polymer plates, splunkies, sulfur, slam, and gunpowder. Which, yes, you can make a gunpowder farm, but you have some way to get infinite gravel. With the slam and splunky, if you have the irradiated effect, which doesn't allow you to heal, and if you have this food, once you eat them, it will actually heal you. So they are really useful items to keep on you if you're exploring the toxic caves, just in case you have to hold your uranium, and if you get attacked, you can actually heal back. In the cave, you can also find these geothermal vents coming out of acid lakes and will produce green smokes and green bubbles at the top. And you can actually create these by yourself. If you have a geothermal vent, any size, it's fine. And below the geothermal vent, you have a bucket of acid. It will actually produce the bubbles and smokes. And what you can do is grab some glass bottles and right click on the top geothermal vent. As much as you want, you will be able to get a bottle of radon, which is an important crafting recipe. It can be crafted into the hazmat armor, which I'll talk about in a sec, but you can also craft it into radon lamps that are multiple colors, 16 colors in fact, and they are really cool, and yeah, I like them. You can use them like neon building signs and stuff like that. Another really cool item you can either find in the structures or you can craft yourself is the Cinder brick. These are crafted with 8 concrete blocks of any color in a chest shape, And once you have the cinder block, you can craft them into all these kind of cinder blocks. The cinder block itself, cinder block stairs, cinder block slab, and cinder block wall. How many times did I say cinder block just then? Anyway, with the cinder block itself, you can actually throw them to break weaker blocks. These blocks include leaves, grass, etc. You can spam them, so it's actually pretty cool. In the caves, you can find the new creeper, which is a relative to the creeper that has been modified by human interventions. And they are pretty big compared to the normal creeper, and are a lot stronger as well. So if you get too close, they will actually explode, and they will take a longer time to charge, and any nearby sirens will actually go off. This is quite loud, but that's okay. So once they are ready to explode, it will pretty much blow up a tactical nuke near you. So you probably want to get away. And to be honest with you, when I first time encountered this thing, I was like, I can't be that strong. It one hit me with full netherite and blast protection, and I was like 10-20 blocks away. So I'm just saying, you see this, either if it starts exploding, then you probably should either run away as fast as you can or kill it as fast as you can. Once they're killed, they will drop the fizzle core, which is a very important resource used in many crafting recipes in the toxic caves that I will talk about in a sec. The radgill are fishes that spawns in the toxic caves acid depots, and they are very interesting. They have 3 eyes and they look like a lanternfish. You can see these guys occasionally jumping out of the water. You can actually bucket them with a bucket of acid. And interestingly, they can actually survive in water as well. However, when you place them down, they will create a mud block. This is because when you place acid on water, they will actually create mud block. Once killed, they will drop themselves and can be cooked into a cooked version of the radgill, and you can eat them for a small boost in hunger. The Brainiac is a mutated creature that looks absolutely horrifying. These guys have many different abilities, including range attack, melee attack, medium-sized attack, healing effect, and many more. When these guys are killed, they will drop 2 different types of items. One is the green solent, which will heal you with the irradiated effect, and the other is the charred remnant, which will actually be used in many different recipes that we'll talk about in a sec. The gamma roach are a huge, creepy cockroach that will attack you on sight. Although they are not that strong, if they see they can't defeat you, they will actually pick up other creature and drop them near you to fight you. So they will actually be able to carry creepers, zombies, and even skeletons. Once killed, they will drop the toxic paste, which is used in polymer plates, unrefined waste block, and to combine with cobblestone to craft red rock. The Breaker is a irradiated skeletal cat that lives in the toxic caves. Although they are intimidating, they do not attack. And you can actually tame them with the radgill. If you feed them radgill, you will be able to tame them. And similar to the normal cats, they will actually keep nuclear at bay. So you'll be able to bring these guys down to caves and you have to worry about nuclears at all. The ray cat will actually absorb your irradiated effect and put it onto themselves so that they can heal and you can actually get rid of your irradiated effect quickly. And by the way, milk does not work. And so what happened was the cat just bring my irradiated effect completely disappeared actually, just then, right now. So that's actually really helpful for them. So it's good to keep them around if you have the irradiated effect. If you combine toxic paste, sulfur dust, a iron ingot, and a bottle of radon, you can make it into 4 pieces of polymer plate. With the polymer plate, you can either make them into the hazmat suit, which will reduce the effect of radiation when you're handling irradiated items. And you can also craft them into the remote detonator, which will work on these 2 items at any location around the world. When you right click, they will actually blow up. Just show you guys with the TNT. If you have a TNT right here, you right click it and you can hover over it. It says bound to this location. And you right click, the TNT will actually explode, or will be lit. And a cool thing I actually found out is that if you have the carry on mod and you lit a TNT, you can actually grab the TNT and stop it from exploding. However, once you place it back down, they will actually keep on exploding. So what you can do is grab this, chuck it at someone, or like just place it somewhere else safe, and they will explode. If you combine the polymer plate, a fissile core, and 2 uranium rod, you can craft yourself the ray gun. This weapon is a ranged attack that will shoot lasers at creatures and will give them the irradiator effect and will damage them in the process. Now this gun uses the uranium rod as a fuel, so if you want to use this gun for a very long time, you probably should have a good load of uranium rods backed up. Now this gun is actually quite useful in PvP because you can give them the irradiator effect, which will completely stop them from healing. And if you grab the bottle of radon, a redstone dust, 2 iron ingot, and some glass, any type of glass, I just have the crate mod on here, you can craft yourself a siren light. And you can also use the charred remnant, a uranium, and 2 iron ingot to craft the nuclear siren. Now these guys will have the ability to warn players if a nuclear bomb or a nuclear or a nuclear furnace is about to blow up. So as you can see, I have a nuclear right here. If I lit him up, the nuclear siren will go off, and this should also be shining, unless I have the power somehow. Well, I have to. Yep, you have to power it and it will go off and the nuclear will blow up. There it is. If you use uranium, some charred remnant, and a blast furnace, you can craft yourself 2 nuclear furnace component. But you have to use 4 and place in a cube to craft the nuclear furnace. Now with the nuclear furnace, if you right click, you can see you can open a UI. And this acts exactly as a blast furnace with a bit of an explosive and radiated twist. So if you grab a uranium rod and you want to smell some raw iron, you can actually place this in here and it will start smelting at about 5 times the speed as a blast furnace. However, as you can see, it built up some stuff on the side, which you can actually see from the outside as well. Now this is nuclear waste. If this goes up to about here, it will actually start shaking and turning red. And if it is left uncontrolled and undealt with, this whole thing will actually blow up. In order to fix it, you will actually need to use metal barrels and put it right here. And what that would do is it will slowly take some time, but it will turn the nuclear waste into waste drum. Now with the waste drum, you can place them down as a decorative block if you want. However, if you want to dispose of them, you can obviously just chuck them on the ground and they will despawn after a little bit. But if you try to throw them into acid or lava, this is what would happen. They will blow up, so be careful. So if they are left uncontrolled, this will be what they look like before they blow up. Now if this just goes up any higher, it will blow up. And I'll actually show you that right now. Okay, so now as you can see, it's just one before. So before I do this, I'm gonna be those annoying people. Please like and subscribe if you guys enjoying this video. And yeah, I'll do this right now. There it is. Once it explodes, the furnace is completely gone, and it will also explode out some nuclear waste and also give you a radiator 2 effect. And yeah, I guess if you want to farm unrefined waste this way, you can, but just bit dangerous. And you get, oh, I actually thought they just get rid of it, but no, you actually get the components back, which is pretty nice. 7, missing 1. I think some of them might actually be gone. Now for the prize position, the nuclear bomb. Craft this, it's very easy. You just use 4 iron blocks, which is quite a lot, a block of uranium, 2 fissile core, and 2 uranium rod. And of course, the nuclear bomb is a very destructive block, so if you just put it right here, lick it up, use wisely, and don't use it on your friend's base. I know what you're thinking, don't do that. Just don't. Alright, let's just see what would happen. Oh yeah, the siren goes off. This is my siren, it's just a siren on the ground. Let's just see. Okay, so this is the result of the nuclear bomb. Now, bit dangerous, slightly dangerous, and as you can see, it nuked most of this island. It's gone. If you look on the map, it's crazy. And yeah, use wisely and with caution, of course. And also give any creatures nearby the radiation effect. Radiation's 3 actually, so they will constantly take damage until they die. Or until this runs out, of course. And so yeah, it's quite dangerous. So use with caution again, use with caution. And yeah, but it's gotta be fun. It's really fun. Oh, I should have blown up the village. Maybe I'll do it in the end of the video again. And now it's just some random stuff that I have not shown you guys, but it's still in the toxic caves. Sort of, that one maybe. This one is just the music disc. It is the fusion. You can find the disc fragment, just like the ancient city one, and you can find them in the chests, and you just have to craft it into the disc itself. Of course, it's a pretty good music you can actually find on YouTube, so you can go listen to that. And then, of course, the Tremazilla egg, which is crafted with the Tremosaurus egg. Oops. The Tremosaurus egg and the Duncan shard and the Immortal embryo. I have shown you guys this in the Primordial cave, so if you guys are interested, go look at that video to check it out. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, definitely give us a like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!